How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Ethereum update and a big important day yesterday with the announcement that there would be a Bitcoin and ETH strategic reserve alongside some other altcoins. My opinion is that it should just be Bitcoin, not coins that have unlimited supply, but just like fiat. Anyways, with ETH, it was at the final level of support. So this news event gave a nice strong bounce. But if you've been watching my updates, I was suggesting that this wick must be the bottom. Once we came down into this area, it needs to be the bottom. This is our current lowest point of support. A reversal has to start from around there. But please understand that the reversal will come. But as the last high was at 2.8k, it should lower high underneath this point. Now, great that we had some bullish news. It pumped us into resistance and now getting a move back down as the stock market opens. What I would say is that as it's still above this green support, as well as 2.155, it has every right to bounce and attempt to reclaim 2.7 and 2.8. So this is an ultimate resistance, the next resistance for Ethereum that I could just tap into and roll over from. What we need to see is a reclaim of reclaim of this level, flipping it into support, and of course reclaiming the moving averages. Reclaiming the moving averages is a great first step. You can see in the past, once they were reclaimed and a higher low was formed, as previously we can see trapped under, we got a new higher high. It did not sustain in the end. It needed to hold this macro higher low, and if not, you head back down into this area which we saw. So that is going to be a very key level of resistance up in the future. And we can also use this upward sloping as it's the neckline of the pattern, this head and shoulders pattern. So ultimately, guys, unless it's reclaiming 3.1, 3.2, maybe even as high as 3.3, it could just be bouncing into resistance to actually continue lower. I'm going to keep warning of this. Keep that in the back of your mind. But yes, down over here, it has to be the bottom. It has to be the best DCA option. It just has to be. It's got no choice. Otherwise, it's going to lose macro support and validate this macro double top. Right now, we want it to be a macro double bottom. And the only way it's going to go ahead and stay in that formation is if it can reclaim 3K, 3.3K, and then ultimately 3.8k up over here, the 886 fib. So unless this is broken, we're not seeing all bearish scenarios invalidated. 3.8k must break and turn into support in order to see this 5 to 6k target. That is it from me today. Again, this has to be the DCA zone, and it's back down in there right now. And we need to see this path where 2.7, 2.9, 3 to 3.3 and 3.8 all must be reclaimed. Otherwise, you can get up into that and still roll over into new lows. If you don't believe me, let me now show you on the past Bitcoin chart. I'm not saying it's going to consolidate like this. All I want to show you is that it can pump into the 886 and roll over into new lows. And once again, it can pump up into the 886 and roll into new lows. So new lower low after that pump. So once again over here, another pump into the 886. And then it rolled over. The only time we saw it break the 886, it went ahead and met the target. So that's how vital it is. Again, I'm not saying Ethereum is going to keep consolidating like this. All I wanted to show you, there were multiple examples in this consolidation showing that by holding the 886, you can get new lows. Well, that's what it did. But by breaking it, you meet those targets. So why should it be any different for Ethereum? ETH could pump up into the 886 and still go into new lows. Only then all bearish scenarios are invalid, and only then we can be super confident with this market. But until that very moment, just have in the back of your mind, even while DCAing your altcoins, that is a possibility. If you do see some weakness and the rollover, I'll be the first to let you know. Otherwise, for now, this has to be where the bottom is, and it must reclaim all those key levels. That is it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share so we can get 10k subscribers as quick as possible. It is really appreciated. And if you want to get educated, if you want to jump in my Discord, do the mentorship to learn how to do this yourself, check out the website.